Flossmas Day 6. Bit of a different world this morning. A light dusting of snow. I think it's -1 or -2 this morning. And it's supposed to go up to +10 tomorrow. So the snow will be all gone. It's just beautiful. Hi everybody, welcome to Flossmas Day 6. I need my tea because it is evening. It is, what time is it? It's around 9 p.m. I have 2 boys in bed, one to get there. My husband's out for a work event and I'm tired. So here I am. I've got the bright artificial lights on and I'm hoping to have a little chat with you for a few minutes. So my name is Patty. I am coming to you from the extreme east coast of Canada in the province of Newfoundland and Labrador. This is day 6 of Flossmas, which is a wonderful cross-stitching community-wide event. So we're some folks, some floss tubers like myself, decided it's like Vlogmas. We do a vlog or a little get-together, a little chat every day during the month of December. So this is day 6. And hopefully you saw the beautiful sunrise that I posted already. And it's been a very busy day. I worked at 8:30 to 4:30 shift, as I will be doing right up until Christmas Eve. And yeah, just a full day. So when I finished, so what I've realized is that I've been showing you very briefly my opening of my advent calendars, but I haven't shown you them in any great detail. So I'm hoping to I'm going to rectify that tomorrow. I'm going to gather up all my, at that point, 7 presents and show them to you for anybody who's just stopping by for the first time. Welcome. My knitting group called the Knitwits, and yeah, the Knitwits in general, 9 of us, there's more in the knitting group, but 9 of us decided that we would do an advent calendar for each other this year. So everybody made 24, well, there was 24 gifts that needed to come together per person. So you could either make them or make some. I think the idea was to make some, buy some, or re-gift some. I made 2 sets and then bought 1 set of 8. So I did 3 sets of 8. And then we exchanged them for Advent, and now we've got some wonderful Advent presents to open up every day between now and the 24th of December. So that's awesome. Anyway, I'm going to share more on that tomorrow is the plan. Now, one thing I did want to show you, I don't know if you can see here in the background, but I've got a couple finished pieces to show you. The first one I'm going to show you, this is actually a brand new pattern. I finished it, stitching it on the weekend. It's called Midnight in the Bay. I'm not sure how well you're going to see it in this light. I am going to take a better picture of it in the morning with some natural light if I get time before 8:30, which is really tight because the boys leave to go on the bus at 25 after 8, and then I've got to get downstairs to start work. So it's a bit of a tight roll in the morning, but I'm hoping I can get time during the day tomorrow when there's daylight, because it gets dark around 4, that I can take some better pictures of this. But this is called Midnight on the Bay. This is a Newfoundland and Labrador inspired piece with some brightly colored houses and fir spruce trees in behind, a dory there in the front, and then the ocean, the reflection of the houses in the ocean. I used Vanna's tutorial, well, ages ago. I think it was Vanna that came up with this, that I put a patch on the back, so that covers up the hole that I require when I turn it. And then I put a little charm on this one. I'm not quite finished with this. I'm not sure what else I'm going to do with it, but it's missing something. But right now I've got a little charm. I don't know if you can see that. It says blessed on it. So I'm happy with how that turned out. I'm not happy with my corners, but hey, it's a cute little piece. I think it's going to look great in my dough bowl after Christmas, because this is not so much a Christmas piece as more of a winter or any time of the year kind of piece. So again, that's called Midnight on the Bay. My next piece is I've finally finished. Put that back there. Grab a bit more tea because I'm fading. So the next piece I want to show you, so I realize you can't hear me if I'm back on, is this piece. It is the finished piece from my most recent stitch along. This was a mystery stitch along called the Christmas Joy Sampler. Again, I'll be taking better pictures of this tomorrow to show you. So this is the piece in its entirety. Again, I'm not quite finished. I feel it needs something else. I think I might add some holly or something else around the piece. Finished. If you want to know how to finish this, there's a tutorial on my website, forboysandannlgirl.com, that uses, which I pin it, lace it in the back, use magnets to put it on, and there's no actual glue that goes on the stitch piece, so if I decide to do something else with it, I can. This particular piece is a little bit off. It's a little bit more 3D than usual, because I wanted to put these fake branches, this greenery, kind of behind the stitched piece, but I think it looks really good. I'm happy with it. The light is probably bleaching out the blue of the fabric, because this is a light blue 14 count Ada by Zweigart. And again, I'll take pictures of that tomorrow or the next day when I get time and show them to you in a future video for Vlogmas. And there's a little bit of, so the white on these are styrofoam balls, very unenvironmentally friendly, but it's what I had in my stash. So I'm happy with the overall finish, but still feel I have something to add to finish it completely. In the little pillow I put some, what's it called? I think it's a lizard or chameleon or some kind of lizard. I know that you know what I'm talking about. It's their, it's the sand that you put in the bottom of their, I think it's aquariums or their, I don't know a whole lot about lizards, but I know that it's the crushed nuts, I think, that they use for the bottom of the whatever they're kept in. Can you tell I'm tired? I'm really sorry. I wanted to say hello and have a little chat, and I also want to do the draw for the penguins. So on last Wednesday, on the 1st of December, when I started Flossmas, I had a giveaway, and I'm going to do the draw tonight. So I'm just going to grab the giveaway to show you what it looks like, and then I'll do the draw. I'm back. A brief second for you and 15 minutes for me. So this is the pattern. It's designed by Jacob at Modern Folk Embroidery, and I purchased this from Off the Grid Needle Arts, or sorry, from Evertoad, which is owned by Caroline, who's also at Off the Grid Needle Arts. And this pattern also comes with this floss kit of Leo and Roxy floss in the colorways weathered white, and chalkboard. So that is going to go to. So we had 41 people comment. Thank you so much for your interest and for saying hello. I really appreciate it. I love it when people say hello in the comments. And the winner is Debbie Sisk. So Debbie, I'm going to put just your name at the bottom of the screen. Get in contact with me so I can get this sent off to you before Christmas. I'm going to do another draw tomorrow, I think. I'm not really prepared tonight, but I think a little bit of stitchy goodness going out and stitchy kindness going out into the world is not a bad thing, especially during Flossmas. I have one more thing I wanted to show you, even though I said I wasn't going to. I do have a really special piece that I had gotten today from one of my Advent calendar friends. This is from Cheryl. Hi, Cheryl. Cheryl is a really good friend of mine. She and I have actually partnered to create a business called Brim and Needle, and that business is creating hand-dyed threads, which Cheryl is dyeing, and I am doing some hand-dyed fabrics. And to pull it all together, this is Cheryl's piece that she had created for us for our Knitweek group. The design is by Deanna, who is a Newfoundland and Labrador designer, who, this is one of her Quirky Quakers, the sheep Quirky Quaker. The fabric that you see I hand dyed, and the name of that colorway is Mackerel Sky, and the gorgeous thread, and I'm sure that the lighting is not going to do this justice, is called Gift of Gab, and that was dyed by Cheryl. And then she needle felted some wool roving into the sheep to make it look really realistic. Isn't that gorgeous? So it's finished in this beautiful little hoop, all pinked around the back, so beautifully finished on the back too. So it's just gorgeous. Here comes Bluey. Hi, Blue. You can't steal the show entirely because the camera's not on him today, but I think you saw him yesterday in the advent calendar opening. Don't remember if he came over today. He usually likes to see what's in the bag, to see if it's food, because he's completely nose regulated, nose driven. That part of his brain is all nose, because he's a beagle. So, and he's the sweetest thing, and we love him dearly. Anyway, that's enough rambling for me. The more tired I get, the more I'm going to ramble, and the sillier I get, and the sillier the things that I say are going to be. So thanks so much for joining me for day 6 of Flossmas. I will be chatting with you again tomorrow. Bye.